I made a video every day for 7 days straight, 1 week. And here's what happened. Very low views. No surprises there. My best video this week, my first week, did 32 views, 3 likes, one of which I know was my wife, so thank you, babe. And thank you to the other 2 people who liked it, and 2 comments. That's it. And I'm pretty content with that. I mean, considering the fact that I have no audience, I'm not doing any editing, I'm not out there promoting myself on like LinkedIn or Facebook or anything. It's, at this stage, it's really about just doing the reps, right? Like Alex Hormozy says, just getting the content out there more than trying to build an audience. So an exercise that I did this week to recap was I asked AI to find me a podcast and pick a podcast and find a specific episode from that podcast that fits my current situation. And it recommended the My First Million podcast, which is a podcast for entrepreneurs, and this episode where the host, Shaan Puri, talked about 9 retrospective lessons from his journey getting into content. And he said some stuff in there that was helpful for me that I thought I would share with you. So he said, forget about the views early on. You're not building an audience. Don't think of it that way. You're not building an audience right now. Think of it like you are building a binge bank, a reserve of content that's built up so that when a person who needs to hear exactly what you have to say, when they go looking, they can find you. And then they can consume your content, consume some of the other stuff, because there's a good chance that the other stuff you've produced is also going to be useful for them, and then they can get to know you. And I like that reframe because, it feels, right now, it can feel like just posting out into the void and not getting a lot of results. But I think it's useful to look at it that way instead. Like, one, I'm doing my reps, and then also 2, it's getting out there for someone that it might help when the time comes. So that's good. That was a good reframe for me. The hardest part this week, other than just showing up and actually doing the work, was finding the line between my voice and AI voice. So I've been using AI tools to help me script, because just AI, I'm new to content, I don't know this stuff, and I know AI does, and it knows scripting, it knows video structure, it knows hooks, it knows thumbnails, like way better than I do, and it can help me learn those things faster. So, but I was finding that I was losing my voice to AI. Like, I would share hey, here's these 3 concepts in my head that I connected from what I read in a book. Can you help me put that into a video structure? And it's great for that, but then I would start rehearsing the script and reading the words, and it just felt like I was just reading the words, or and trying to read it the way that it wanted me to, or it meant for me to. And it's just not, then it's just not you, it's just not your stuff. And so it's great for putting stuff into the structure, but you have to put your own words to it. Because I'd fight it. I'd be I don't like this, I want to say this, and it would be no, don't say that, leave this one thing, and I'm that's still not me, and I'm arguing with this computer. And so yeah, it's great for the structure, it's great for what it knows, but it's got to be you. So that's something I'll definitely carry forward from this week. That was one of the biggest lessons for me. Another takeaway I got from the My First Million podcast I thought was worth sharing was that Shaan talks about finding and unleashing your inner nerd. He said the best content you can make is putting your authentic self out into the world. So what are the stories where you paid the tuition emotionally, financially, professionally? Those are the videos that will find the right people at the right time. So I'll definitely think about that as I continue this process of like, what are some life lessons that I have that I can share with my audience? I think I already shared a couple. The $150,000 in debt and leaving my job and all this stuff, but I'll continue to share as many of those as I can. One thing I didn't expect this week, thumbnails. Thumbnails are a pain. But like, they're not bad. It's just like, for me, like, it's like I film the whole video, like I fight AI to produce the script. I practice the script, I tweak the script, I practice the script, and then I run, and I finally get the take that I wanted. And then you get that done and you're like exhausted, and and then you're like, I gotta think of a headshot to take for a thumbnail, and then I gotta go edit it, and it's like this whole other process, and you're like, oh man, like, just want to be done. But so that's okay. That's just the growing pains, this week. And I tried using Nano Banana. I tried using an AI tool. It's a Google Gemini function feature, Nano Banana, for my thumbnails. But like, Canva is just way better, honestly. Just like Gemini, like, I would give it the images and I would say, like, can you put the text over here, and then can you put the text over here for my thumbnails, and it would just like produce this random stock image with garbage text on it. And I'm like, why? Like, that's not even the picture that I gave you. And it would be like, yes it is, like, it's, I don't know. So anyway, if you're doing thumbnails, definitely just use Canva. And then one last thing, Mr. Beast's advice to creators is to make 100 videos, improve one small thing each time, and by the time you get to video 100, you won't need his advice anymore. So I am on video 7, and I have 93 to go. Thanks, Mr. Beast. So just to recap, it's not about going viral, it's about getting your true self out there. So the people who need you can find you, building the skills along the way, and sharing the stories from your life that gave you the most value and will give other people the most value. So that's it. If you are also building something from the start, drop me a comment. I would love to see what you got going on. Thank you for watching.